Hello, everybody. Welcome to the SlvrScreen podcast. I'm Nick.
I'm Briar.
I'm Amanda.
And we're recording episode 1 live in the studio where we record everything, which is basically just the living room.
Just the apartment.
Just the apartment. The classic times.
All we need.
I actually wanted to tell a story from the very, very beginning because we did a test podcast a couple weeks ago just to see how well we could bang it out. And like in that time, Amanda, myself, and then our director Frank, who sadly couldn't be here because he didn't want to be. We were talking about like hauntings and like some spooky activities going down. And just like 2 weeks ago, I got fucking sleep paralysis for the first time.
Oh my god, I have so much to say about this game.
I got paralyzed in my sleep for the first time. I woke up and I couldn't move, and then I heard someone knocking at my door, and it was getting aggressive, and I felt like irrationally scared, like nothing was moving, but I started freaking out, and I don't think it was real sleep paralysis because there was like a documentary about it on Netflix. I think it was just called like paralysis or something, and they were saying like they couldn't do anything, but I was able to like mentally rip myself out of that state. I like to think I'm actually just better than everyone else though. Yeah, I'm just resilient. But as I was going to sleep, it happened again.
Oh,
so
you fell back asleep.
Yeah, I was like paralyzed in this like, so imagine this, like you hear knocking on your door, you spring up, and then I couldn't move. So I was in this like upright position in my bed.
Okay, for real.
But I couldn't move.
Okay.
And I was freaking out, and then eventually I was like conscious, could start blinking, and then immediately fell back asleep, and the moment my head hit the pillow, I was like paralyzed again. And it got like just creepy. I could feel like my covers moving, like my sheets, and I started freaking out. And I couldn't stay awake though. That was the weirdest part. And it was so weird because we were talking about how rare sleep paralysis is in people we know. And
it is?
Yeah, it's fairly rare.
Yeah, it's not common.
I wouldn't, although like everyone reports like the same thing. It's like happening like that. And then you were saying you had that creepy story about those little ghost children.
Oh my god, yeah, that was something else. Everyone's gonna think that I have like demons or something like that.
I think you do.
No, I don't. I'm very well adjusted, I promise.
Yeah,
well, I like to think anyways.
On the way here, you were just like talking to nobody. You were just talking to your hands. What is it?
It's called my phone thing.
And like The Shining, where he's like talking through his finger, like his finger's down the moving.
I try to avoid movies like that. I'm too scared.
That's his phone, no?
That's a small phone. You have like a minor space between your finger and your phone.
Isn't that his phone? The ET phone home?
No, I'm talking about The Shining.
You got your movies mixed up.
No, where he's just like, what's his name? He's just like, he isn't here right now. But he's like talking through his finger.
Oh my god.
Or his like finger's got like a little face on it. You've never seen The Shining? I know E.T. does the...
It.
Yeah, ET. That's what I'm thinking of.
Same movie. Same Fun fact, the kid who was the kid in The Shining, they just stuck him in an E.T. suit, and his mumblings the whole movie was just him trying to get out help.
Oh my god, that's so scary.
No, that's not true.
What?
That's made up.
True. I'm like, what the heck? I'm very gullible. We gotta know that.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Speaking of that, I had a weird experience the other day.
Go on.
So I started meditating a little while ago. Started finding my inner zen.
Sure.
You guys should definitely try it.
Sure.
And okay, so basically, I don't really know how to do it. So I like got my phone out and I was like, okay, I'll do like a pre-recorded meditation, like to fall asleep and stuff
and then
like that.
just like this podcast, you can edit the meditation later, so it's more relaxing.
I wish.
I mean, this is live. You're watching this live.
Okay, so
this is happening in real time.
It is. So I listened to this recording.
Sure.
And it was really nice. I forget what app that was because I definitely recommend it. But basically when you listen to it, it tells you to like relax your body, like this part, whatever, till you're like very relaxed. But I was already like super tired. But I think since you're like in meditation, you want to still be aware of like all your body parts and like what you're thinking of and everything. You're very like aware and like in your body. So then when I was falling asleep, I stayed like aware. So I ended up falling asleep, but my brain stayed awake, kind of like your sleep paralysis. And I like saw the room around me and everything. And then I think I heard my mom like come and she was like, Amanda, and I was like, yes.
That's spooky.
Yeah, and she's like, are your eyes really open? I'm like, ah. Anyway,
Wait,
it was
what?
really
What a
scary.
weird conversation. to
I know,
have.
that's all I heard, and then I like turned and there's like a bunch of phones on my bed. Anyway, weirdest thing, and then
A bunch of phones.
Me-
That's a really weird, specific
Me-
nightmare to have.
Not the
meanwhile,
phones.
Not the phones. man.
it's super weird because I know exactly how much time has passed. Like I know right now it's been around 10-15 minutes in the dream.
Okay, I was gonna say
or
it's been
whatever it
5.5 minutes so far.
Okay. And so then I was getting really creeped out, obviously. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to wake up. Finally, I like can open my eyes and like move.
Yeah.
And then I checked the phone, and yeah, sure enough, it had just been 15 minutes since I like fell asleep or whatever. Super weird. And apparently that's called hypnagogic. Hypnagogic
I don't
sleep.
know.
You're
I
talking
don't know if
about
you've heard of
You're
it.
making up words. Basically, the moral of your story is don't meditate, kids. Don't
No.
find your inner self. It has to do with phones and like weird moms.
No. Okay. No.
some Black Mirror right there.
I just thought that was like the coolest
great
experience because I've never dreamt like right away, and I think that like somehow meditation can make you aware during your dreams. So that's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Just don't dabble with that until
Don't dabble, yeah.
I
Dark
don't
science.
recommend
Don't
it.
dabble with dark meditation.
I don't.
Black style.
Never.
Can we for a second talk about Black Mirror? Because I really, really wanted to talk about it.
Black Mirror.
It's the show on Netflix. For anybody who hasn't seen it, it's the show on Netflix where I guess its main premise is it takes technology, futuristic technology, and it just twists it in the worst possible way. I think on Netflix there's only like the last episode of
3.
season 2.
Oh yeah.
And then all of season 3, and the very first episode of season 3 is like this commentary on like social media statuses. Everyone's got like a rating, and you can put their rating down just at the touch of a button. You just can drop the rating, and then you
On
see people.
someone?
Yeah, on anyone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everyone's got this,
Horrible.
and you see people getting like denied loans because of it, and like people can't live in certain areas if they have like a rating of like 2. And that show messed me up a lot because wait, was it season 3 with the haunted house?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
The game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it? This guy
Goes to a gaming company, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but
yeah, I
ends
don't
up-
want to. Yeah, I don't
ends
want
up
to
real
spoil
bad.
anything. Yeah.
Real spooky stuff.
It has to do with like virtual reality. Anyway, if anyone hasn't seen Black Mirror, I highly recommend you check it out because it messed with me so bad
Yeah.
that I honestly lost sleep for
Oh my
maybe
God.
a solid week.
That's why you don't watch stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or
I
you
don't
could
know.
not watch it like me.
You watch it, not meditation, but what is the word I'm looking for? You watch it in, anyway, whatever.
Okay.
You watch it responsibly.
Watch it meditationally. Be
Mindfully
aware
watch
of
it.
all of your bodies, all of the phones.
Yeah.
You think the phones are like an allegory for something?
Yeah, I
What
definitely.
does
Like
that
why
mean?
phones? Black Mirror, technology.
Yeah.
No.
Stuff.
Oh,
You can
no,
just
no.
say really smart. Anything to do with technology is like a cop-out argument. So you can just be like, technology, man.
Technology.
Stuff. We don't even talk to each other anymore. Technology
It's
stuff.
getting too much nowadays.
These people talking to each other over their phones don't even talk to each other anymore, man.
No.
Sucks.
I was reading a book yesterday in the metro, and this
Whoa.
guy, I know, right?
Made
And this
paper?
guy like tapped me on the shoulder and congratulated me, and I felt so proud.
What a weird.
He was like, "Wow, I haven't seen someone read a book your age in so long. Thank you."
Jesus.
We just
I was
assumed
like,
you're all
okay.
literate.
Yeah, he was like, "Wow, everyone's just always on their phone. That's a good book, by the way." And
That's a good
we
book,
parted
by the way.
ways.
You're like reading an instruction manual or something. He goes up to
I
someone with
meditate.
That's a good one.
he goes up to someone with a kid and he's like, "Great book you're reading, fantastic," and then just like a toddler in their hands. They're like, "Oh."
I mean, it's important to read.
It's like exactly.
I know where he's coming
These like
from.
Bible verses carved into him. It's just like read
Oh my god.
the paper.
Well, that took a dark twist.
Well, like Montreal's a dark place.
Not if you
for
got the new
instance-
metro. Not if you new metro cars.
Yeah. So
Trains.
yeah,
Azure?
Montreal.
What is it? Azure?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
The new Metro cars, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. I think.
Because STM's a private, or the STM police are like a private police, and they are brutal.
Huh. I don't have any experience with that.
Visual experience only.
Yeah.
I haven't.
So,
I mean, I haven't seen.
You haven't seen a beatdown yet?
Yeah,
Oh, you
no.
haven't. You haven't truly lived if you, haven't seen a beatdown.
You're
Oh,
not
boy.
in Montreal if your car is still in one piece and you haven't experienced some kind of private police brutality. Those are the two things that
Oh
make
my
up
God.
Montreal. But like this one time, I was out with a couple friends. We went through the metro system because we were looking to get downtown, and this crazy guy was like running up and down because the metro system in Montreal is like you literally just have one side of the tracks for a metro going one way, and another side of the tracks for a metro going the other way. And I'm sure that's what it's like everywhere, but I don't know. Maybe some people are confused. Maybe there's like people in the Himalayas going, like, I don't understand. What's a metro? We're in Montreal? What?
Subway, transit, underground transit system.
And we're the only people who call them metro systems,
I think so.
which is weird.
We're Fawcett.
Yeah, ugh. I mean, yay, great. So what happened was like this guy was running up and down, and it was like clear, like almost immediately he had like this big knife with him. So he was running up and down, like waving a knife at people, and finally, the STM police caught him. Like they just tackled him on the ground, and they were not nice. He would like try to get up, and they just like kick him in the back, like down, and they're like, nope, like just stay down, like it's not happening. And with it, although to their credit, within I want to say less than 15 minutes, maybe like 5 minutes, the metro was like up and running again.
Yeah, it was quick. It was a snatch and grab.
I was like, yeah, because you were there.
Yeah.
Wait, where was this? What?
Was that Vendôme?
Oh my God! Seriously?
It was at Vendôme, yeah.
Oh my God!
There's a lot of injuries at Vendôme. For anyone using the metro, you got to be careful of Vendôme specifically.
Seriously?
I think there's a lot of like injuries that go on there.
Oh.
Yeah. Usually not in the daytime though, but usually at night. And that's what Montreal is really known for, right? It's just like crappy transit. Did you guys catch the video of the bus that like stopped way too late?
Ice.
Yeah, and it like railed 3 other cars.
Yeah.
For people who haven't seen that video, go check it out because it just sums up Montreal in like one perfect, beautiful, like 15-second video. It's just a bus, and it's going along normal speed, and then it hits traffic, it slams the brakes, but just keeps sliding, and you think it's gonna stop when it hits the first car, but no, the first car gets like railed, and then like 2 or 3 others start piling up behind it. It looks like a big snowplow going through.
And then I think there's a police officer that
cop car.
and
then a snowplow gets involved.
Stuck in there. Too funny. And I loved how they put, I felt bad, but like they put that little music in behind. It was like, I was like, oh my God.
I just want
Imagine you just have like the most traumatic experience of your life, and then you go online and it's like this little music.
It's fun time music.
Yeah, these people are like, I lost my arm in that accident actually, and then they just have like just like it's a bus that just slides into a bunch of people.
Just relax, guys.
The guy who his car was sliding a lot faster than the bus was, and the guy sticks his leg out the door and tries to stop it. Your leg, how is it not broken? Because it was like meters away from that other car.
He got it in time.
But like,
it started sliding sideways.
But like, what made you think that was a good idea in the first place?
Maybe his boots were really
That was
grippy.
from Montreal?
I don't think it was in Montreal, but like...
Because I saw that, but no.
Was it? It couldn't have been in Montreal, I don't think so.
I thought that was so funny. He just really didn't want to bang up the other car.
It was just like,
so
oh
polite.
no, jeez, oh God. Like ice boots. He's like, these are spring boots, but they'll have to do. He's just like, what? Why not both his feet? Why just the one foot? He's like, if this doesn't work, I could lose my feet, so I'm just gonna risk the one. Yeah.
That was kind of cute.
It never ceases to amaze me, like the logic, like the conclusion people come to. There was, and that is like a half-assed segue into another story I heard. Yeah, I saw that. Breyer's been like
doing it on purpose,
moving his phone around, and the reflection has been just jutting around the roof. My eyes have been like following it for like a solid 5 minutes.
A cat and a laser.
Yeah, I'm very easily distracted. There was another weird story, which I thought was from Montreal until I like researched it again. It was in Alabama, where
pretty close.
Well, I thought it was weird because like before I get into the story, because I'm sure everyone's heard it, but it's a really funny story. It was reported on by Vinny and Nikki, which for anyone who doesn't know, that's like Montreal's like local morning talk shows. They have just Vinny and Nikki in the morning, and they're really funny too. They're really I enjoy listening to them quite a bit.
What station is it?
I think The Beat.
Oh, okay.
The Beat. There's like what in Montreal for radio stations? Like The Beat, Shone, Virgin.
And then a bunch of French ones.
And a bunch of ones that like, people don't generally listen to.
Well, we don't because we're...
Yeah, we don't. Well, some people like it.
Yeah, Mary Gabrielle.
Yeah.
She would probably listen to those. Mm-hmm. Or maybe not. I don't know her life.
We'll have to ask.
We know her name. We don't know her story.
Another story, though. So the story was like, this kid, he had just gotten back from class, drove back from class, parked his car, and just needed to run up into his dorm room. I think what it was is it took him maybe 15 minutes to find what he was looking for, came back, and someone broke into his car.
Oh, surprise.
In 15 minutes, someone broke into his car. But the best part is they didn't really take anything, and the guy left a note. And I forget the exact wording. I had it on my phone earlier today, but I closed the tab by accident. It was like, "Hey man, really sorry, but I was super hungry and saw you had a Kit Kat in your car.
Oh my
So
goodness.
your car was unlocked, and I just kind of reached in and grabbed it. Anyway, really sorry. Thanks. Didn't take anything else. Great Kit Kat, by the way." And that was it. Like in 15 minutes, someone walked by.
So the windows weren't broken or anything?
Nothing was
It was
damaged.
just the door
Just
was
the Kit Kat was gone.
That wasn't a joke? I thought that was a joke.
No,
That's
no.
an actual story. Wow.
The best part is like a little part two to
Amazing.
it. Is like Hershey saw the guy who like tweeted it
Aw.
and sent him. I think it was like 60,000 Kit Kats.
No
Oh
way.
my god.
Yeah, he posted with all of them in his car, and like it's just him like up to the neck in Kit Kats in his car.
Have a break.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
That
and
is
I
the
think he
wonderful
shared. Yeah, I
ending.
think he had a Kit Kat party for
Aw.
his school. He just gave people Kit Kats. He was just like, "I have 60,000 Kit Kats. What am I
Everyone
supposed
gets
to do
one.
with this?"
You get a Kit Kat. You get a
Exactly.
Kit Kat.
Whipping them at people.
Kit Kats for life.
Kit Kats. Those are like those are cop-out chocolate bars though.
Oh boy. Controversy.
Yo, not sponsored by Kit Kat. Not sponsored by Hershey. This podcast not sponsored by
What?
Hershey. I don't like because it's just it's just a waffle covered in chocolate.
Yeah.
It's just a waffle covered in chocolate, man.
Huh.
That's all it
Wafer.
is. Yeah, well, that's you know what I meant.
The coffee one's good. What's that?
Coffee
Crisp.
Yeah, you gotta love.
Sorry,
coffee.
you guys.
I thought isn't Coffee Crisp Canadian?
It is.
My voice gets to a very like questioningly high octave whenever I'm genuinely curious. I'm like, what could that be over there? Nobody knows. It was dumb. I'll never do that voice again. I just thought of something else though, but like going back to the bus sliding, I was working in customer service a while ago, and I was just like chatting with one of my customers, and the guy had said like, "Oh, you know, I'm touring all over Canada. It's just me. I play music at wherever I can. Just me and my van." And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." And he's like, "Yeah, well, the moment I crossed from Toronto into Quebec, my van got T-boned on the highway. So like someone tried to merge lanes and just knocked he showed me the van too, and the back is just gone. It's just destroyed. Rear bumper is just like completely gone. You'd be amazed how many cars you can just walk down the street and just see like the front ends are just total.
Yeah.
Just total
And
gone.
then keep going.
And then and they're just like, "Well, this is fine. This is normal."
If they got 4 wheels and a steering wheel connected to them, and you're good to go.
It's an inconvenience, but
Exactly. You know, half my engine is gone, but whatever. I'll just push it.
Well, both my headlights are out on my car, so I can't see when I'm going at night. But I still drive.
What's your name? What's your license plate number?
by the
Isn't
way,
there like, wasn't there like a program, like a rewards program for like turning in like drivers like that, like bad drivers?
I don't know.
I feel like you could. I feel like if the police offered me a cash reward for turning in criminals,
Oh my
or
god.
like,
Snitches get stitches.
or like, they wouldn't know it was me. Like, how would they know? Like, we're just on the highway and
They
then they
would.
see me like snapping a pic, and they're like, "That
they would
guy."
find you. They would find you.
How would they find me? What would be the logic behind them trying to find me? Like, why would they even care? The police just show up one day and they're like, "Yeah, we heard you were being a reckless driver. Here's a ticket from like 6 days ago when you crossed lanes without putting on your blinker or something."
I don't think they can do that. I don't think that's like a word of mouth ticket.
But what if I'm a really trusted person? What if
Doesn't
I'm like a
look like
really
that.
like...
Doesn't look like
What
that.
if, do you think
The
if a
old-
celebrity did that,
the
they
old
would,
justice
like,
system?
arrest?
No,
It's kind of weird how much power celebrities had.
I hope not. I hope it doesn't.
I
Like,
don't think so.
Like if a celebrity says something.
like, let's get really popular and then just criminalize a bunch of people to just see if we can. And then
Let's
we'll,
not.
when we get busted for it, we'll just say it was a social experiment.
Perfect.
It works for everybody else.
Experiment.
Off the
It's
hook.
just social experiment. Yeah, it was a prank. 20 years in prison. It wasn't he didn't really murder him. He
No.
just pushed him, and then...
Saw what happened. What the result was afterwards.
Yeah, look. Yes, I set into a chain of events that led to this man's death directly, but haven't we all done that every now and again? Haven't we stepped on a butterfly that killed a rhino in Africa, and from then on, now Donald Trump is president?
There you go.
That's how it happened.
That's every
That's
Oh,
on
my
you.
fault.
That's on you. You can look at someone and be like, "You're the reason Donald Trump is president." And
Yeah.
be like, "Why?" And be like, "Remember that one time when you were like, I guess I'll have a bottle of water instead of a glass today," and that's it. That's all it
That's
took.
You killed the environment.
You killed the environment, and now Donald Trump is president, and now it's a xenophobic nation. It's a superpower xenophobic nation, just like Japan.
Oh,
How do
boy.
you feel? How
And
do you
bees are
guys
in
feel?
danger.
Yeah. It's just like you were saying today. People are like, "How did Donald Trump become president? I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for him.
If nobody voted for him, how did he become the president?"
Yeah, exactly. I love that like mentality that people have, where it's just like, did you do it? I didn't do it. You couldn't have done it. How did this happen? And it's like they forget the other 700 million other people in like the U.S. That's population. Or
No,
probably not.
Most likely not. I think it's 300, probably closer to 400 million in the U.S.
400.
Because it's close.
Yeah, right.
Because I think it's like 30 million in here.
30? Only 30
Yeah,
million?
it's not a lot of people.
We're just 90% mountains.
I think we're more now, no?
Are you Googling it?
I'm gonna Google it.
She's Googling it?
I'm Googling
Could be 40. Could be up to 40
Well, it's
now.
because we can't, we're like we're Canadian, but we're still people. We're still humans. We can't live in the mountains like some kind of mountain man. People are like, oh, just live in the Rockies. Live in all that space.
Perfect.
Nope.
And I'm pretty sure in Canada, like 90% of the people live near the border of the U.S. So
that's true. We live near a border. Yeah. We live near the Vermont border. Yeah.
I think it's 20 minutes away or something like that.
Something around there.
From here.
They are, I think, at that Vermont to Quebec border line. Because I'm sure there's more than one. It's just like one Vermont to Quebec border. No, I just mean like at that station.
Oh.
They are the most sarcastic human beings you'll ever meet. I won't tell which station because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But
the border crossing?
Yeah, they're really sarcastic.
Oh, I know.
They'll like.
I know which one you're talking about.
They'll get like people from like really south.
There's so many though. How could you know?
No,
How
because they're especially sarcastic.
Yeah, and it's like if they're like, "Oh, why are you carrying this?" and you tell them the reason, they'll be like,
"Yeah." They'll make a joke out of it.
Yeah, like, I'm like, "You think you're better than me, Karen, the border guard?" And then now you gotta wait an extra 3 hours while they process your plates.
Oh, this is a random inspection, sir.
Speaking of border, I had when I was a kid. What are we?
318.9 million U.S. citizens.
Oh, that's U.S. citizens. Yeah.
Oh, Canada.
That was in 2014.
Yeah.
I bet those numbers have tripled now. that was 2 years. That was almost 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I will
35.60.
divulge my most embarrassing story because we're talking about borders, and I don't think we're ever gonna get back on the topic again. But like right in the first episode, people better fucking listen to this because if this is my most embarrassing story. Hands down.
There's only down to go. You can only go down from here.
Oh,
yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. People love deprecation, so I'm gonna just unload all my self-deprecation on everyone else. So when I was
gross.
No, I'm still pretty gross. When I was like 8, never gonna get over that now. When I was like 8, 7 maybe. I don't know. We were crossing the border, and I was pretty used to it, and it was like a routine because again, I'm not gonna name names of places because I don't want to like jeopardize anything.
Vermont.
Well, no, we were crossing over to like Vermont, but like there's this little place in Vermont called the Pinnacle Peddler, which is like this nothing little gas station, but it's also like for packages.
It's like a trading post.
It really is just like a trading post. You can get like lunches there and stuff. It's really a nice little place, and I want to make a comment on the town that it's like located in after, but I'll do that after.
Oh.
Anyway, we're like crossing over to go because my mom wanted to go like fill up on gas at the time. Like gas, even now I think gas is like way cheaper in the U.S., isn't it?
Yeah, but for us it's about the same because you have to like do the conversion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's not much point going just for gas.
Yeah.
For us.
So I guess at the time it was way cheaper because my mom would like go over and she would like pick up a package at the Pinnacle Peddler or whatever, and it was like a weekly routine really, and so just like one of the times. The guard, like we'd seen him so many times, but just like for whatever reason, the guard was just like talking to me for a change, and I was like a little 7-year-old, like little piece of garbage. I don't know what was going on.
Aww.
Little man trying to catch you off guard.
Yeah, he was like,
drugs in the car?
Yeah,
Are
pretty
these your
much.
parents?
That's what he asked me.
You're kidding.
Is this your mom? And I looked at him dead in the eye and was like, no. and she said, Nick, come on, like tell the guy I'm your mother. And I was like, sir, I have no idea who this lady is. I have no idea where I am right now. And the guy was like,
woke up.
I'm going to give you one more chance. Who is she? And I go, I don't know, and I'm very scared right now. And
he said that?
My mom.
You actually said that?
Yeah. And I was like,
and you're still alive today.
7 years old, and like my mom looked at me with this face of like, if you weren't in danger before, you are now. We got delayed an extra, I think, almost 2 hours at the border because they were like running plates, tagged her car, tagged her license plates, and then so every time we crossed, we had to spend like
you didn't
extra...
like come out in the end and say like, actually I was just joking.
I think they just wanted me to like shut up after that. And so like every time we crossed the border, My mom was just like, you shut your mouth around cops from now on. You should shut your mouth. Shut up.
Wow.
Shut up.
Does she still have problems crossing now because of that?
No. Now it's just like a 1-2 thing. But like for the time, she had to spend like an extra 20 minutes at the border just getting everything like checked out. Because like every new guard would have to go and like read the plates and like, so it's just a real pain in the ass. And until she sold that car, I like pretty much screwed up her whole like crossing the border experience. That was my dumbest moment as a kid.
What were you thinking when you said no? Were you like,
I was thinking, I was like,
prank.
It's weird that he's asking me a question, so, you know, I'm just gonna, like, screw you, guy. I don't have to answer your questions. I don't have to conform to this white supremacist society that they have placed us in. I'm white, in case anyone is wondering. I don't have to conform to your standards, sir. And I just decided I was gonna be, like, a sarcastic little shit and see just how much trouble I could cause. I don't know the real reason. I just felt like this was the correct answer to the question.
Just no?
Just no, just to like see what would happen.
Oh boy.
And not good things happened that for the rest of that week. There was a lot of like angry glares and
I can imagine.
disdain. But I want to talk about too the town that thing is located. Have you ever been to the Pinnacle Peddler?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to stay positive with my remarks here.
Crossing through that town is like going through the Twilight Zone. There is a bright pink house in the midst of all these like. It looks like people are just grabbing houses out of different towns and just plopping them down.
That's cool. It's called the Pink Lady.
Is that seriously what it's called? The Pink Lady?
I think so. It's pretty cool.
I didn't think there was a name to it. I honestly thought someone just painted their.
It looks cool. I don't know.
You can go in the house. I thought that was someone's house.
I think they sell antiques.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It's an antique place.
I've never seen any like antiques. I honestly just assumed people lived in that house. That whole town is just like a mishmash of like random designs. Okay, I'm not even joking. I don't even know what the town's called.
The library is amazing though.
Yeah, and I'm sure.
Shout out to the library.
Shout out, please sponsor us.
Yeah.
What is it? Learning's not hard with a library card, or fun isn't hard with a library card. You didn't see that so many Arthur memes were like flying around not too long ago.
I don't think I saw that one.
That it was like having fun isn't hard with a library card, and it's not.
That's true.
Because I mean, if you ever want to learn more about drugs, kids, just go to your local library. There's probably going to be a guy out back selling drugs. So
fun isn't hard.
Yeah, fun isn't hard with that library card.
You speaking from experience?
I don't really. I should do full disclaimer. I've never done the drugs. I don't even drink the alcohols. Life is the only thing that gets me high.
That's good. That's good. Life and love.
Good.
Life and love. Yeah, that's all you need.
Good
really.
stuff.
We're not getting any love, so life.
Life must be pretty good.
You gotta get a lot of life.
Well, life isn't going that great for me either right now. So that was a joke. I'm just
Everyone's like, oh my god, I know a good therapist. Like,
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna get like so much mail and be like, if you need to talk, honey, I am right here for you. There's nothing worse than like unwarranted, unprovoked help from people. I hate that.
Feels bad.
Maybe that feels like bitter coming from me, but I've never like if I'm struggling to like pick something up out of my car and someone rushes over, I just want to look at them and be like, mind your own business, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, just want to help.
No, you know what? No, they don't. They want to show me up. That's the problem. They want to make me out to be the littler guy in that situation.
Totally.
And they're just like, oh, look at this little kid, can't do it himself. I better step in because I'm just a nosy jerk who just can't mind his own business.
I think you're reading into this more than what's there.
I don't think
you're connecting dots out there.
I don't think so.
I think we got a little bit of an ego issue.
Yeah. I have a very delicate ego, and lifting heavy objects for no reason out of my car, it helps me recuperate. So you'll just see me at night sometimes lifting bags of grain out of my car.
And then putting them right back in.
Until someone comes to help me. It's really just a trap.
Oh, okay.
It's like a tourist trap. And I just yell at them. I think if I got to be an old person, I would be like the bitter old guy. Because it's like now I have a reason. Like...
You've earned the right.
Yeah. Like I've lived...
If you've lasted this long.
What?
Yeah. So like, I mean, like what kind of old person do you think you're going to be? Like what? There's a lot of like different kinds of the elderly. There's like the fun elderly. There's like the elderly who are still pretty young at heart. There's like the demented.
You know, I don't know. I can't think
the scary old people.
Scary old people, yeah. The ones who are like overly friendly, but you try to avoid, but you can't because you have no reason to like avoid them. They're just friendly and it's
so
annoying.
Nice.
Yeah. My grandfather got a smartphone for the first time. And
How's he like it? Wait, what kind of phone, first of all?
I think I got a Samsung. I don't know which one. I didn't check if it was the Galaxy
7.
No.
Note 7. Yeah, I was worried for him for a while, but I was just like,
Please don't charge it.
Please don't blow up.
Please don't blow up. How many times in your
Oh,
life?
granddad.
God.
How many times in your life have you turn to someone and go, "Please don't explode"? Like, I don't think I've ever had to say that to someone
Once in a
before.
while.
Not often.
It
that's
comes
for
up.
sure.
No?
What do you mean it comes up? What is that? What a
Joking
conversation.
only.
JK only.
JK only.
Nice comments only, Plox. That goes for the podcast as well. This podcast is sponsored by nobody. Oh. We need like a sad little violin or something. I can't do a good violin voice. You do play violin.
I do.
Can you learn like the sad, like the little like sad?
Is that
Yeah,
it?
sure.
Wah, wah.
I don't think you can go womp womp on a violin. If you hit it against the ground.
Wah, wah.
I have the worst intuition with musical instruments. I'd be listening to a song and be like, man, that's really great piano. And they'd be like, no, that's actually a guitar making that noise. And I'll be like, oh, wow, I didn't know that could happen. Or like, I'll be like, man, that guy, what a great singer. They're like, actually, it's a girl hitting like the low vocals. I'm like, oh, how about that? I have the worst musical talent. I think I'm tone deaf too. I don't know how to get tested for that though.
Tone deaf?
Yeah.
I think people around you when you're singing will just tell you.
Shut
Like,
up.
give us a sample.
Stop. I don't want to give a sample.
We don't need that.
If in the test podcast, just laughing towards the microphone broke Mary's headphones, I don't want to think what my singing would possibly do to it.
Even
Probably-
quietly singing
This
would.
is a good point.
We'd have to turn to our editor Mary and go, please don't explode.
Please don't
Please
explode.
don't explode.
You see, it comes up
It does. It just comes up organically in the conversation.
I guess so.
organically.
From now on, I'm just gonna look at people and say, please don't explode, and see what kind of responses I can get.
What have you been saying
It's
lately?
very unnerving.
Excuse the pun, or no pun intended.
Yeah, so my newest way to really fuck with people for no reason is to say a completely normal phrase, but then just tack on no pun intended at the end and just sort of watch them struggle with what the pun was.
Yeah, like, what is the joke?
Like, what did you say to us when you came in here?
Yeah, like I walked in and like Briar and like some of our mutual friends were here, and I was like, oh, good to see you guys. I'm just gonna grab a drink from the fridge. No pun intended. And they're like, what was the pun? I was like, you guys. And like, it's hard to keep it going after that because they can tell you're joking.
Yeah.
But to see that like initial look of confusion on their face is just so golden. I highly recommend people go
I'm
out.
gonna have to try that.
Do
No
it.
pun intended.
Yeah, go to like a customer too. Like if you're in the customer service industry,
Yeah.
like sell them something and do
Too
like
funny.
the double like finger guns and just wink and like no pun intended. You know what I mean? I'd be curious to see how many people play along out of like pure shame. that they
Yeah,
wouldn't
like,
get the pun. Yeah.
No pun intended.
I would be one of those
Good
people.
one.
Yeah.
I would definitely play along.
I wouldn't.
No?
I'd just be really confused. I think like if someone was like enjoy your meal, no pun intended, I'd be like I don't. You too would probably be my initial response. Or like someone, I had an awful Subway story where it was like this really cute girl was like making my sandwich, and anyway she made it up, rang me up. Didn't lose my spaghetti because you know I'm a functioning human being. Right up until she was like enjoy your food, and I was like you too. And then she like laughed. She's like, "Oh, me too." And I've just never been back to that.
She
Subway
called
since
you
then.
out.
Yeah, she did call me. She did the call out too. So like, she couldn't even just let it slide. She had to
Wow.
like be like, "Oh yeah, I should enjoy my sandwich." And I was like,
How rude.
crying on the inside a little bit. I have not been back there since. I haven't been back to any Subway since. I don't know if it's because of that or just because I don't really enjoy Subway.
Traumatic. Yeah.
I think Quiznos. Is Quiznos a Canadian thing? I haven't seen it in the U.S.
No, you're wrong. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
What?
Probably.
Okay, well, no pun intended.
No pun intended.
Quiznos, am I right? I have not seen a Quiznos in the U.S. Come to think of it, I haven't really seen a Quiznos in
There's one.
Montreal either.
I think there's one downtown. I mean, I'm sure there's 100 downtown, but
Because navigating downtown to get to anywhere,
it's not that hard. It's easy.
It's not easy. Especially now. I had 3 people today stop and ask me for directions on how to get to downtown the quickest.
Where is the downtown?
Where's downtown? Because, like, for anybody who hasn't been to Montreal, like, there's east and west streets, just like in any city, really, but it's like Sherbrooke is really your east to west. If you're lost, you just find Sherbrooke and you will get to where you need to be. So predictably, it's the most backed up street in all of Montreal that requires the most construction, which is like, why is Montreal always under construction? Why are we constantly breaking?
I don't know.
What is our problem?
It's because we're an island, so we're probably just like slowly sinking.
This is it, like
They keep building us up again.
2077, just like we're all swimming to like work, we're just up to our necks,
Yeah.
boating to work. There's gonna be no traffic if there's boats, though. Think about it.
I'm pretty sure it'd just be boating traffic.
I don't know. Look at Venice. There's traffic there. And boats.
Yeah, but like Venice is sinking, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like what is it? Like half a
traffic.
centimeter
I don't know what
every year or something.
Stats are.
Half a mile.
Yeah, every year.
Every year. Yeah. Think about that. How many people do you think drown in Venice per year?
You want me to Google that?
I do kind of want to go because now I'm curious because it's like
they're all really good swimmers.
they're all really good
by now.
Do you think to live in Venice, part of like the reason, like to actually live there, you have to be a strong swimmer? You wouldn't want to be though, right? You can't really swim in the Venice waters.
No.
In Venice waters, it's all just like
it's sewage.
Sewage water.
Yeah.
It smells great in Venice. It's beautiful.
TripAdvisor.ca. Do a lot of people drown in Venice? Venice Forum. What?
I'd
My
love to be
husband
on the
asked me when we were in Venice. I have no idea. I have wondered about it. Wow, this is compelling.
So why didn't the husband like jump on? You gotta love a preemptive wife.
Yeah.
You gotta love a wife that just jumps on and like does her own thing for. Man, way to go, women! You guys are keeping us together. And although if you're not into women, way to go, other men in the relationship. You're keeping us together.
Yeah.
If that's how you self-identify. I'm just trying to touch all my bases here. I've been like exposed to so much Tumblr recently.
God.
Hey man, you know what? I think genuinely, if you identify as whatever you like, that's fine. I'm 100% cool with that. There's not even a but at the end of that.
Wow.
It's just go for it. Just do you. I have no problem. I will not treat you differently.
Wow.
And I pity the people who do that.
You're a nice guy.
It's like, no, but it's like how is it anyone else's business what you self-identify as? Unless you're like in their face, like smacking it in their face, like.
I mean, even then, just walk away.
Yeah, it's just like.
But hopefully they're not.
And they're just like,
smacking it in the. I don't know what that means.
They take off their pronoun name tag and they slap them with it, and they're just like, they pronouns only. I think universities do that now, right?
It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, my friend who I will call her Vivian. Vivian. I don't know. I've always wanted to give someone a fake name.
Vivian.
I will call her Vivian. Vivian was telling me that she had gone to class with this girl, and this was recently. This was like this semester. She goes to McGill, great school by the way. And my phone.
Keep going.
So Vivian has this class with this girl, and this girl, I realized was sort of like, we need to like wrap it up.
Keep going.
But I'll just finish up the story real quick. And so this girl, they were watching a video, and the video was about the treatment of Native American women in Canada, which is just awful, by the way. Which if anyone cares to like go on and Google it, maybe for the next episode I might like touch on it a little bit, just because I think it's a really heavy topic. Yeah, I think everyone should be educated about that kind of thing. But in the meantime, you guys should just go and check it out for yourselves. So they were doing a video on the treatment of Native American women. Again, very awful. And there was like a lot of scenes of like trigger warning, sexual assault, a lot of like forced labor, sexual assault. And the girl got up and left the classroom. She had then caught the professor in her downtime and lectured her about the use of trigger warnings, even though in the beginning of the video it said like what was going to happen. She was like, it didn't say the words trigger warning, and like trapped her in the classroom for like an hour lecturing her about this. And the professor eventually said like, listen, you know, again, I'm not like, I won't name names obviously, but she said like, listen, like in real life there aren't going to be any trigger warning. You might see things that are going to upset you and you have to accept that. So I'm not going to put trigger warnings in the classroom, but for the record, you should have known this was coming because it's about the mistreatment of Native American women.
It's in the title.
It was like literally like everything that was going to happen. It was like within the first 30 seconds. It was like, they've done this, and to Native American people they've done this, and to the women, and she was just like totally cool until they addressed it specifically, and then she got like, not triggered, but she was just like standing up for that. And it's like that like weird forcefulness of. Was
that your friend that?
No, it was like her classmate did that.
Oh, okay.
Like Vivian's classmate.
Okay.
I'm so good at these fake names. I honestly didn't think I was going to stick to it.
Yeah, it came very naturally to you. That's good.
Viv.
I like
good old Viv.
Yeah, good old Viv.
Viv, you know who you are if you're listening.
Well, at least I don't know. I'm sorry that she was triggered.
She wasn't. She was just like making a point. She just saw something offensive and was like, slam a trigger warning on it. And she's like, no. The professor was like, that's not going to happen. People can email me ahead of time if they have any triggers with their psychologist or whatever. Yeah. I was like, it's like stuff like that. I mean, in the Toronto Gay Pride Parade, it was like taken down. people assaulted people in the gay pride parade in Toronto. Got it like shut down because it wasn't inclusive enough. It's like their own. Yeah, they had like made up sexualities. I understand like asexual and like stuff like that. Those exist.
What
for
made
sure.
up?
But like they were like void sexual, like gender sexual, just like words that were just mashed together, and they're like it doesn't include that. It's like because it's a gay pride parade. But that said, we're sort of like approaching the deadline.
Oh boy.
So I think we're just gonna wrap it up.
Good note to end on.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we might touch on
accept
more.
void. What was it?
We accept void sexuals. By the way,
Of
I
course.
would
We
be
accept
honored to have a
everyone.
void sexual listener to the
Maybe
podcast.
we could learn more about it.
Tweet at us at.
We don't have a Twitter.
Tweet at us when we make a Twitter profile. We'll put it on our Facebook page that we don't have either yet, but we'll podcast about it. Anyway, thanks for listening, everybody. This is the SlvrScreen podcast.
Bye.